is like a half a lifetime band.
Yeah, we probably have been playing together for
at least
about
since
15 years.
They were in. Craig was in high school, and PJ and I were in college.
I feel really blessed to have two people that I've known my entire adult life and worked with like in a very like intimate way. These guys know me better than anybody, and that's bizarre. You know, I mean, but to still be able to play music together and have that and know that and like have seen like the worst of it, like the absolute worst of each other, like the stuff that like other friends may not have forgiven you for. It's pretty amazing.
I think we've gotten to the point as a band where we can take these breaks apart from each other and then realize that once we get back together, it is still a lot of fun to play. And it seems like every time we do that, we realize not only how much stronger we are as a band, but how much stronger we are as friends. And that's kind of the essence of this band at this point.
Trying to keep it real, man.
We all grew up in the same area.
I guess just, Jeff and I had been playing together for a long time, probably since, 92, 3, 4?
We moved to Boise to be in a band with PJ, and we just instantly had chemistry. Not that Craig and I had this chemistry, and then when we put PJ in the mix, it just became this like, okay, this could be a band that works.
Just rock, man. Rock the house down.
And spent a long time, just probably 2 years practicing, not playing shows, practicing.
Just doing what we really wanted to do.
We really became a band when we started playing live shows.
And it wasn't a day, and it wasn't a night, and it wasn't a thing that I put into your time.
Hey, I got to open up for Peter Hook. That's like something I'll always carry with me. It's like,
at that point, like, we had something special that would be unique, and we all just felt really strongly about the way that we were headed. And didn't compromise, weren't really influenced by anything other than our own sort of vision of what we wanted to do, which was, to me, that was so huge, to just be making music that we wanted to hear.
Getting to play in a band with two people who you have chemistry with, you go through some things together, you play music together, you create this bond, this chemistry, an unspoken language, an unspoken set of rules for how the entire band works. I think that's, overall it's been a very positive experience for me.
It was a slog. There was a lot of bands. It was kind of cliquey. We didn't really fit into any one scene, really. But we just kept slogging it out.
Certainly some self-destruction along the way, but you take those, you stumble along the way to kind of find out, who you are and where you're going in life.
And you have to work crummy jobs in order to make ends meet to be in a band, and just having the lights, it made me feel like there was something more important happening in my life, and it was this greater sort of vision that we were all working towards, and having that made things more bearable. It just made it was great. I really enjoyed it, and even when things were tough, it was such a wonderful experience that I feel really fortunate to have had.
Especially when it's people that you're really like in tune with and really bonded with. You really understand each other.
This isn't it. We're not going to make it. But you know what? We fucking love playing music together, so we're still going to do it.
It's a really rare thing, and it's really hard to find. And when you find it, you know, it sucks to see it go.
I don't consider it a breakup because we've remained as close of friends, brothers as possible. Even though we don't live in the same cities, we keep in constant contact with each other.
I don't know. It just kind of reached that point.
Not having them close by is definitely difficult.
It allowed us to remain close and to remain friends for the rest of our lives. Whereas, you know, just like a band is like a family member, is like a relationship of any kind. You're going to fight, you're going to argue, you're going to get sick of each other. Sometimes relationships need time to breathe. The band needed to take a giant breath after all that time.
It just seemed like, okay, that's it, I guess.
But we hit a point where it just felt like it was time to put a pause on it.
I thought I could just kind of do it by myself and just be happy with that and just kind of record myself or whatever and be fine. But I kind of realized that playing in front of people is kind of part of the whole experience of it.
And I miss him. I miss him quite a bit. You know, we haven't really lived in the same town in about 10 years, 10, 12 years.
Yeah, I wish we were all closer so we could just kind of get together and play, you know, every now and then at least would be great.
For me, it would be if we could just get together once or twice a year in a basement and make music together. That would be as rewarding as anything.
Jeff and Craig are family to me, for sure. And it's an interesting thing because while we're friends, we also have such a deep connection and we've gone through things together, and there's been times where our friendships have been tested, but we're always there for one another. And I think that even today, you know, I mean, those are people that I rely on in my life. And as things change and we have families and move and difficult things happen, I know that those guys are always there. And I care about them both a lot.
It wasn't a car, and it wasn't a knife, and it wasn't those things that could